would ever believe that a minor bicycle accident would take the life of a 13-year-old girl. Martha was on vacation with her family, riding her bike, having a wonderful time, hit some sand, fell over the handlebars where she got punched in the belly by the handlebars. Her parents were concerned enough to take her to the ER, and what they found was an injury to her pancreas. So they kept her overnight for observation. Well, it's a really good thing they did, because the following day, Martha was sick. She had a fever, she had low blood pressure, and her mom was really getting worried. The following day, Martha was even sicker. Now she had a rash, her temperature was sky high, and she had blood coming out of her IV tubes and her Foley catheter. Her mom, of course, and dad were freaking out and said, "What is going on with our daughter?" The doctors were reassuring and calming her down. "We've got this under control. Trust us. And don't go Googling what's going on. That just confuses patients." So they didn't. The following day, Martha died. Untreated sepsis that could have been prevented. You know, this is a pretty scary statistic when we're talking about 250,000 patients a year die of preventable medical harm. That's 684 patients every single day. Most of them trusted the system. Most of them didn't speak up. So when we look at going to the hospital, we assume we're going to be well taken care of. I mean, doctors have 12 years medical experience and training. Nurses have a bunch of training. We go into this healthcare system expecting that we are going to heal and get better and go home. But unfortunately, as we just learned, that doesn't always happen. I've been a nurse at the bedside, critical care nurse, and a nurse educator for over 45 years, and I've seen patients and families not find their voice because they're intimidated. And that's what I want to share with you today, is 3 key points that you can take home and use with your family members when you go to the hospital. Hospitals are like a foreign country. We don't speak the same language. Medical jargon you don't understand. We don't even know who's in charge sometimes. And so patients are very passive in receiving healthcare. What I'm here today is to tell you, you've got to become an active participant. You are your loved one's best advocate. And when you learn these tools to find your voice and how to speak up, and no, you don't need a medical degree and you don't need a nursing degree, because I'm going to teach you today what you need to know. See something, say something. If something doesn't feel right, speak up. Ask the questions. If you don't get an explanation that you can understand, ask, "Hey, can you tell me that in layman's terms?" And then if you don't get satisfaction, escalate. Escalate that concern. Here's one of the easiest things you can do before you go to the hospital. Hospitalsafetygrade.org. Put your zip code in there. 22 different categories of safety that hospitals are rated on. So Sam's wife was going to have surgery. He went and looked up their hospital and found the ratings of the surgical area, and these are all red, yellow, green, so you don't even need to understand what exactly it means. If it says Clostridium difficile, you can just say, they suck, it's red. So he found that this hospital did really poorly in post-operative blood clot management. Now, blood clots can kill you. So he asked the surgeon, "What are you going to do to keep my wife safe?" And the surgeon said, "Great question. We're going to order post-operative anticoagulants, and we're going to order compression stockings so it squeezes the blood flow and it doesn't pool in her legs." Sam was happy with that answer. So Lily brought her mother to the hospital with a diagnosis of pneumonia. The following day, she comes to visit her and finds her confused. So she says to the nurse, "This isn't like my mother. Just because she's 80 years old, she's not confused." So the nurse said, "Oh, I didn't realize that. Let me check her oxygen," and found extremely low oxygen and got it fixed. She put on oxygen and called the doctor, and they got stronger antibiotics to help Lily's mother survive that hospital stay. Escalate without apology. It is your duty, I'm just going to call it that, and your responsibility to speak up. So Elijah's father had surgery, knee surgery. The following day he came to visit, and his father was like, oh my God, this pain is just killing me. It's worse than yesterday. So Elijah asked the nurse, can you please check my dad? Oh, that's pretty normal, pain after knee surgery. That you should just expect it. The doctor told you that, right? Well, Elijah wasn't happy with that answer and went and found the charge nurse and said, I'm really concerned about my dad. Something isn't right. Charge nurse came in and checked and said, you know, you're right. The leg is swollen, the foot is cold, and there's no pulses there. That's a medical emergency. So the surgeon was called, and they took him back to surgery and fixed what we call compartment syndrome. Saved his leg by speaking up. Remember, your voice matters. It can make the difference between life and death, or even harm, which I know that sounds like minimizing, but it is honestly the best thing you can do is to speak up. Don't chance it and say, what if I don't, because I don't know anything. Hopefully today this will help you so that when Martha's mother said, next time I won't be so quiet, and neither should we. Yeah.